Every day, millions of Americans pick up chicken from grocery shelves without thinking twice. It's cheap, convenient, and always available. But behind this everyday food is one of the largest production systems in the world. The United States raises and processes more than 9 billion chickens each year. So how did chicken become America's cheapest meat, and what did that efficiency truly cost? To understand today's mega chicken factories, you have to look at how the industry transformed after World War II. In 1950, the United States produced about 1.6 billion broiler chickens annually. By 2023, USDA data shows production had surpassed 9.2 billion birds. This growth was driven by vertical integration, which expanded through the 1960s and dominated by the 1980s. Large poultry companies began controlling breeding, feed production, veterinary care, and processing. Today, over 95% of U.S. broiler chickens are raised under contract farm. While this system improves efficiency and stabilizes prices, it also shifts financial risk onto farmers, raising questions about control, sustainability, and the future of American agriculture. Before sunrise, the lights inside thousands of poultry barns across America slowly turn on, simulating daylight for tens of thousands of chickens at once. These facilities are designed as tightly controlled growth environments where temperature, airflow, and feeding schedules are managed with near industrial precision. USDA data shows modern broiler chickens now reach market weight in under 7 weeks, nearly twice as fast as birds raised in the 1960s. A single grow house can contain more than 30,000 birds. Supporters say these systems reduce disease and improve food supply stability. Critics argue the speed of growth and stocking density may place increasing biological stress on the animal. For a chicken to even qualify for transport, a precise checklist has to be met. As the flock reached the target market weight of roughly 5.5 to 6.5 pounds. Have veterinarians cleared it for processing, confirming mortality and disease levels are within limits? Has feed been withdrawn for at least 6 to 12 hours to reduce contamination risk, while water access is still maintained? Even timing matters. Trucks are scheduled to avoid extreme heat or cold, keeping transport temperatures within a narrow comfort range. Only when all these conditions align are birds loaded into crates and sent on the road. At that point, delays aren't just inconvenient, they threaten an entire system built to run without pause. Once chickens enter the processing plant, speed becomes the organizing principle behind nearly every decision. Humane standards are more difficult to guarantee not because regulations disappear, but because higher line speeds leave less time to identify mistakes before they move downstream. The same pressure affects workers. As efficiency increases, tasks become faster, more repetitive, and less forgiving. Contributing to higher injury rates in an environment where the line cannot easily slow or stop. Food safety follows the same logic. At this scale, safety depends less on individual judgment and more on tightly controlled systems designed to function even when humans falter. The plant works not because people are perfect, but because the system is built to minimize variation and tolerate very little interruption. There's nothing accidental about cheap chicken. It's the result of decades of design choices that prioritize scale, speed, and consistency. But those choices aren't fixed. Across the country, alternative models are quietly emerging: slower growing breeds, different housing systems, and new definitions of value. They raise an uncomfortable question for consumers. Is affordable enough, or does better food require us to rethink what we're willing to pay for? If you want, we explore what alternatives to industrial chicken "22 hours later, 680,000 fluffy chicks slide down the belts like clockwork. Any weak ones? AI cameras spot them in half a second and a gentle vacuum tube pulls them aside. No waste, no mercy. Every chick gets an automatic vaccine miss straight to the beak, then rolls into the starter barns. First 32 days. The floor itself is a giant scale, weighing the birds every minute. Headlights change color as they grow. Feed robots dump exactly what the computer says 18 times a day, down to the gram. The system cut feed for 2 full hours on 240,000 birds. Result? $38,000, gone before the chicks even had their adult feathers. Day 42. Lights go black. Vacuum robots suck the birds into crates. Crates roll themselves onto electric trucks, and those trucks drive 180 miles to the plant with nobody in the driver's seat. One robot ran on a 4% weak battery last month. 18,000 birds got crushed and stressed. Another 41 grand vanished because somebody forgot to swap a battery. The truck backs itself in. Robotic arms dump crates. Birds slide into the CO2 chamber. Out cold in 11 seconds. Tuesday, the co-sensor was off 0.4%. 4,000 birds woke up halfway. The whole load scraped $98,000 in 11 seconds and have to process it again from the beginning. Next stop, high-speed lasers make a precise cut. Then the carcasses move into a 130-degree warm water tunnel that loosens the feathers. (128) Robotic fingers gently brush every single feather away in under 6 seconds. If the vision system spots even one tiny feather left behind, the entire line pauses for 47 seconds while it's fixed, and that short pause costs the plant $74,000. Next, 36 high-speed Delta robots open the body cavity and remove the internal organs in a flash. 48 AK cameras scan every single carcass from the inside out. A USDA inspector sitting in Kansas watches everything on a huge wall of screens and clicks approved from hundreds of miles away. One shift last month, a tiny housefly landed right on a camera lens. The AI thought it was a defect, flagged the whole batch, and automatically rejected 18,000 birds. From here, every carcass moves to the chill tunnel. A blizzard of ice/water, right at 32 DFF, hits the meat from every angle. Burger King's own spec is brutal. The deepest part of the breast has to drop below 40 DEGF in less than 60 minutes, no exceptions. Most plants take 4 to 6 hours. This robot line does it in 58 minutes flat. Every single bird, every single time. That speed locks in flavor, kills bacteria fast, and keeps the nuggets tender. It's why the texture is the same whether you're in Montana or Miami. Hit that mark and the meat rolls straight to the cutters. Miss it by even half a degree and the whole batch sits in a holding cooler until it passes, racking up freezer bills faster than a diesel pickup burns gas. That's the Burger King standard, and these robots nail it 24/7. 128 robots strip the breasts. Meat drops into sealed pipes, gets ground and mixed by a computer that reads moisture live. One blade wore 0.3 of a millimeter and 42,000 nuggets came out light. The shipment was rejected and reworked or canceled. The ground chicken gets pushed into 8 giant forming machines. Think of them like the world's fastest cookie presses. The pink mix shoots into shiny metal plates full of crown, bell, boot, and ball shapes. A perfectly timed blast of air pressure pops the nuggets out onto the belt. 840,000 perfect little pieces every single hour. Everyone weighing exactly the same, everyone shaped exactly like the ones you pull out of the box. That's 10 nuggets a second from each machine, all identical, all ready for batter. Smooth, non-stop river of chicken nuggets heading to the fryers. The nuggets roll into a sealed tunnel. First stop, a waterfall of tempura batter coats every side. Next, a gentle shower of golden breadcrumbs sticks perfectly. Then they glide into a river of 382 DGF oil for a quick 38-second par fry, just enough to lock in that famous crispy shell while the inside stays ready for the final fry at your Burger King. Out they come, golden and steaming, heading straight to the freezer. Liquid nitrogen tunnel, minus 196 DGC, core frozen solid in 7 minutes 40. "48 Delta robots bag 10-pound packs. X-ray sees anything bigger than half a grain of rice. Laser burns the lot code. Driverless forklifts stack pallets in minus 20 storage. Electric trucks leave every 20 minutes, drive themselves to Burger King. Robotic arms unload into the walk-in at 3 a.m. Do you believe AI can test the crispiness of nuggets? Try it yourself and let us know in the comments. And if you wonder what other terrible things or crazy mistakes AI can make in a processing plant, click on the next videos to find out.
Here's how big this really is in 2025, straight from USDA and the Deer Farmer's own numbers. 18,400 licensed ranches 1,260,000 captive whitetails and elk. Total farm gate take, $2.81 billion. A top breeding buck clears the owner 28 to 42 grand a year after feed, vet bills and the tax man. That's why you're starting to see farmers now have brand new tractors and private planes parked in the backyard, and the barn is still the same one that their great-grandfather left them. They have so much money that they don't know how to spend it all. Let's walk through the velvet harvest so you can see it exactly like it happens every summer. Buck walks in calm, gets IV sedation and a good local block of the same drugs, just a bigger dose than you get at the dentist. Full vet crew, heart monitor, oxygen. Two guys, one cordless saw, 45 seconds per side, done. Right now, the co-ops are paying anywhere from 82 to 110 an ounce for good, clean velvet. Take an average buck that gives you 8 pounds. That works out to between $9,200 and $12,600 in cold hard cash, usually wired to the rancher's account inside 10 days. Most of it gets freeze-dried within 48 hours, sliced or ground into powder, and ends up in those brown bottles you see at GNC Vitamin Shop or Bass Pro Shops. The real pretty whole branches, the top grade stuff, don't even get cut up. They go straight into boxes and fly to South Korea and China, where they bring roughly double what we get here in the States. You are asking, what about the deer, right? 20 minutes after the cut, the buck is on his feet eating grain like nothing happened, already starting next year's rack. Smooth as clockwork. Every ranch from Pennsylvania to Texas runs it the same way, like the old man's clock on the mantelpiece, ticking steadily for decades without losing a second. From Pennsylvania down to Texas, every deer farmer does it the same way, so smoothly it makes you sleepy. Come August, the velvet's already been harvested and the antlers are hard as rocks. Now here's where it gets fun. That same set of antlers you just saw come off in June, it's about paying the rancher twice. Door number 1, the dog-chewed plants in Missouri and Colorado. They buy everything, broken pieces, sheds, whatever. They're paying 12 to 18 bucks a pound all day long. You pull up with a trailer load, they weigh it, hand you cash, you're gone. Easy money every single year. Door number 2. The clean match sets. The big pretty ones, those go straight to auction or direct to the high-end decorators. Just last month, a perfect 400-inch match set out of Ohio hammered down for $211,000. Cash on the barrelhead, right there on the auction floor. Same exact antlers that grew on the same exact buck. One chunk feeds your neighbor's labradoodle, the other chunk hangs over some oilman's dinner table in Dallas. One animal, 2 completely different paychecks. That's why these ranchers are grinning ear to ear come full. They already got paid once for the velvet back in June, and now the hard antlers are writing another check, sometimes a whole lot bigger one. After the rut season, farmers will harvest deerskin. Right there in the barn, the crew salts it heavily, 50 or 60 pounds of salt on 100 pounds of hide. Pulls it up and tosses it into barrels on a refrigerated truck the same day. That truck heads straight to one of the 2 big deer leather tanneries we got left, one up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the other down in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Two or 3 days later, the hides hit the plant. First thing, they go into giant washing machines to get all the salt and blood out. Then a big roller machine shaves off any leftover fat or meat until the hide's thin as a dime. After that, it's tanning time, 4 to 7 days in the vats. Deer hide is so thin it drinks the tan up quick, comes out softer than anything a cow ever produced. They dye it black, brown, whatever the customer wants, oil it and roll it out. 20,000 plus deer hides a year roll into 2 big tanneries, one in Wisconsin, one in Tennessee. A feat of unpassable count. From there, the top-grade leather gets shipped to Cadillac for the new Escalade seats, to Lucchese and Justin for $2,500 cowboy boots, or to Louisville Slugger for those limited edition baseball gloves. The rancher? He already got his check, 9 to 14 bucks a hide, wired to the bank a month later. Doesn't sound like much until you've got 1,500 hides going out the gate every fall. That's real money for a brand new pickup sitting in the yard. Look, I know what some of you are thinking. The animal rights crowd is already hammering the keyboard. Here's the deal, plain and simple. These deer live on ranches bigger than Central Park, get better vet care than half the folks on Medicare, and they regrow that velvet. So next time you pop a velvet capsule, ease into those soft seats in a new pickup or toss the dog an antler chew, you're putting American bucks straight into an American rancher's pocket. And that's exactly how it ought to be. Drop a like if you had no idea this was even a thing. Subscribe next week. We're on the Montanao Bison Ranch, banking 22 million bucks a year. See you all then.
Hello, friend. It all starts in a giant hatchery the size of 3 Walmart stores. $1.8 million eggs sit in 48 climate-controlled machines, locked at exactly 99.6 dF and 56% humidity. Robotic arms flip every tray every 45 minutes, never miss a beat.
Hello, friend. That's 8,000 heads of walking money right there, folks. Every mature buck you're looking at will put 28 to 42,000 bucks in the rancher's pocket this year, and not a single one ever walks into a processing plant for meat. Stick around the next 15 minutes, partner, because I'm taking you inside the best-kept money machine in rural America.